Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer and coach from Live, Love, Give, and today I am bringing you a message which is all around kind of just a bit of empowerment, bit of just motivation, inspiration in terms of staying true to your goals and your visions and your dreams and those things that you absolutely really want to attain in your life. And that is why I have called today's message to never fear losing what could cost you your grandest vision. And really where this one is really coming from is because so many of us get this really great picture. We start to get some clarity over our vision, over what we really want. We start looking at our ideals in our health, in our relationships, in our finances, in our business, in everything in our life. And then what happens is we end up selling ourselves out to other people's fears, insecurities, doubts, all the rest of it, which put us in a position where we never actually attain our dreams in any of those areas. So that is what I wanted to talk into today with you guys. And I'm not sure about if this has been the same experience for you, but I have definitely had moments in my life, particular like major moments in my life, where I felt like my deepest desire might just be a fantasy and I'll never actually attain it. And particularly as my dreams have gotten bigger and bigger, that fear comes up more and more because I don't see playing out in reality what I'm dreaming about, what I'm envisioning. And so, it's kind of really hard and difficult to believe in something when you're not seeing it. That's kind of our thing. When we see somebody else achieve something, it kind of makes it possible for us. It's like I always forget this guy's name who ran the 4-minute mile, and before he did, nobody had done it, right? He was the first person who'd done it. But then in a really small space of time, as soon as he proved that it was possible, all these other people were able to achieve that dream. So when we see our dreams become reality in other people's worlds, it kind of makes it a lot easier for us to have faith and trust and believe in the potentiality of us actually manifesting those dreams into reality. But when we dream and envision something that we actually haven't seen come into play, it's really challenging for us in terms of not having enough trust or faith, and really kind of just bringing up our own fears and doubts and insecurities to kind of take us off that path and kind of give up and think as if that's ever going to come true. I'm stuck in some sort of fantasy, doesn't even exist, right? But the pattern that I have definitely noticed in my life has been that whenever I have had that massive dream and not known how it's going to be possible, if it could be possible, and instead of letting fear and doubt and other people's fears, doubts, insecurities kind of throw me off path and make me give up on that aspiration, instead, when I have actually gone, you know what, I don't know if it's possible, but I trust and believe that it could eventuate, and I raise my standard to that degree in terms of I'm not going to settle for anything less than that. I haven't seen it done. I don't know fully if it's possible, but I'm actually going to trust in my inspiration and know that if I can feel this drawn to creating something of this capacity, then it is beyond my fears and insecurities. It is much more stronger than that. And so if I believe in its strength and believe and trust in my inspiration and intuition enough to just back it no matter what, every single time I've done that in my life, and it hasn't been that many times, that I've had a big enough dream and never seen it done, but actually had trust and faith in it, that is when I actually start to manifest it into reality. That is when I take this long-term perspective. I raise my standard to no longer settle for anything that I've had in the past and to actually raise it to this standard despite me not having the certainty of it being a possibility, and getting beyond my fears and doubts and worries about it being a fantasy that I'm just living in this complete fantasy, it's never going to be a reality, and also getting beyond the fears and insecurities that are thrown at me from other people who could, throw me off that path and kind of diminish my trust and faith and belief in the potentiality of something extraordinary. Every single time I get beyond my own fears and other people's fears, and I actually use that as fuel, you know, the obstacles that I need to develop the strength and certainty within myself that, you know, I can create what I really dream of, I end up working out that all those fears and insecurities, whether they're coming from myself or from other people, I'm so grateful for those, because they are absolutely what I need in order to become the kind of person who has the strength, resilience, trust and faith to actually create something that is out of this world and that I'm most inspired to do. And so the reason for me sharing this with you guys today is kind of in the hope that I'm catching you maybe in a time where you're starting to kind of doubt and question what's really inspiring to you. Maybe you've been getting kind of clear on a vision in any area of your life, be it in your health, in your relationships, in your business, in your finances, all these different areas of our lives. Maybe you've been getting that vision, but like because you're not seeing it manifest quick enough, or you're getting hit with other people's fears and doubts, or your own fears and doubts are coming up to the surface, you know, instead of letting those things throw you off path, I want this message to kind of inspire you and reach you as you need it, in order to remind you that life is a long-term game and you are in the driver's seat of the manifestation of your deepest desires and highest inspiration. And the thing that will keep you moving in the direction and actually manifesting, you know, the extraordinary into your existence is your trust and faith in the long term, despite the fears and insecurities coming from within or coming from externally. And that is when you will start to see those dreams become a reality. It's all in your trust and faith and belief in the potentiality of something you've never experienced before becoming true, you know, having it as a possibility out there. When you trust and believe and you put your energy towards that trust and belief, you will actually manifest what you want, either soon or later, but it's all up to you. And if you let, you know, short-term gratification, if you let other people's fears and insecurities, if you let your own fears and insecurities in this short-term present moment get in the way of your belief and trust and faith in trusting your intuition, in trusting your inspiration, you're never gonna get towards that absolute life that you really want to create. So I just want this message to reiterate to you to never fear losing the things that could cost you your grandest vision. And by that I mean, don't let your own fears and insecurities, or the fears and insecurities of other people, or the fact that you haven't seen anybody achieve what you want to achieve, get in the way of you attaining your grandest vision and being the first one who does it. You know, there's always going to be a first. Why aren't you going to be that person who actually can do that? So don't let the external world or your fear-driven internal world get in your way and cost you your grandest vision. Instead, have trust and faith, and always make it your mission to tap into your deepest level of inspiration, because it is absolutely your fuel that is necessary to get you towards that vision. And without it, you're just going to let fear and insecurity drive you, and that is going to lead you towards a fear-driven, regret-filled life that you and I both know is not your highest potential. And so really hoping that this message is going to reach you at the right time. And if you're not currently going through it, I hope that when you maybe have that moment in time, because you're a human being and you're going to have those fears and insecurities come up, particularly the bigger your dreams and aspirations are, that you'll be reminded of this message, and you'll know that your ticket forth is your trust and belief in the potentiality of something extraordinary occurring in the long term. Okay, enough from me. I hope this message is of value to you guys, and I hope that you're going to drop me a comment, say hi, let me know if you've got any questions or comments or words of wisdom that you would love to share with us all today. I'd absolutely love to hear from you, so let me check in. I have got Rob in the house, and Huss is in the house. I can't stop saying that one. And Victoria, awesome. And Tanya, yay. And Sanula, and Dariush, and William, hello to you. And Gary's here, and Vanessa, yay. Hey, V. And Joseph, and Diane, and Brian, and Shah, and Dariush, Buddha say Sakyamuni, Swid, all is my big dream. Okay, not too sure what you're saying there, but sounds like you got a big dream and you know you're getting some clarity over that. So I love it. And Edgar, always sending love from Chihuahua in Mexico. I love it. Love having you here, Edgar. And Patrick's here. And Brian, I'm doing really well and I hope you are too, my friend. And Joseph, welcome back, V. Always to see and hear you. What you say matters to me. Oh, Joseph, you're touching my heart, my friend. I'm really grateful that my words are resonating with you and I love having you here. And Dariush, when we meditate and such, then we wake up into reality, I think you're saying. Absolutely. Meditation is such an amazing tool. Oh my gosh, without me feeling like I just kind of harp on about this like every single day. But if you are not across the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, I really invite you to go into that work, particularly if you've tried meditation quite a bit maybe in your life and you've never really quite felt like you've got the value from it. Oh my gosh, like please get yourself into Dr. Joe Dispenza's books and then follow through with his meditative processes depending on the book that you pick up for yourself. I recommend all of the three that I've read: Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, The Placebo, You Are the Placebo, and his latest book, Becoming Supernatural. I would probably potentially read them in that order. Would be really, really great. And yes, so I really, really encourage you to do that so that you can get real benefits from meditating. And that is where I've had the most profound experiences. So thank you for sharing, Dariush. And Rob, no stopping this train, but yes, see it every morning in meditation before it is here. I love that, Rob. You're a superstar. And Tanya, Peter Snell, 4 Minute Mile, I think. Oh, you're an awesome superstar. I love that because I always forget his name. Is that his name? I don't know. It doesn't really resonate, but I love that you brought it, Tanya, because I have no idea. And Lisa's here. Great to see you. And oh, that's it. It was Huss. Yes, Roger Bannister. Drum it into my brain, into my mind, because I'm always like, it's always popping into my mind, but I can never remember that guy's name. You're right. It's Roger Bannister. I do remember that. Thanks, Huss. And Jessica's here and Dariush. But it is hard to see the reality of the pain that is real life and not living in a beautiful dream. Yeah, so it's hard to see the reality of the pain that is real life and not living in a beautiful dream. Okay. My guru, Nam Kai Norbu, said, when we have nice dream, we wake up sad. When we have bad nightmare with someone coming to kill us, then we happily wake up from the dream. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's all about contrast, right? And yeah, and I think that that's part of what I like to think into. Like, life is all about the contrast. If we didn't have the bad or so-called negative happening in our lives, if we didn't have the challenge, we wouldn't be able to appreciate the good, the positive, the support that we have in our lives. So absolutely, I think that's what I'm picking up from what you're putting down there, all about the contrast. I love that. And Rob, love this. I start many businesses. I have no idea about my new yoga studio. Always figure it out. Always put contribution in the DNA of the business plan. Much love. Oh, I love hearing that, Rob. And yeah, you sound a bit like me. Like I come up with something that really inspires me and I have no idea. What excites me more than anything is the fact that I have no idea how I'm going to make it happen, but I'm so inspired by it that I know it's going to become a reality. And when I come from that perspective and that energy, it always works out even better than what I could have expected. So I love that you sound like you're kind of on path with that, Rob. And Dariush, I have trust and faith in you. You are growing and being more authentically yourself. I so appreciate your kind words there, my friend. And you got to go. Much love to you. Love having you. And Vanessa, I'm learning to keep my dreams to myself. Otherwise, the naysayers bring me down and end up giving up. Yeah, absolutely. I think I've done several Facebook Lives on this particular topic because it's so heartbreaking, isn't it? Like when you're just in that beginning stage and you're just kind of starting to nurture that baby into existence and you're kind of vulnerable because, you're so uncertain. It's something that you've never done before, and then you're uncertain, but you're also excited, and you also kind of want a bit of reassurance from the external world to kind of give you a bit more fuel and inspiration to keep going in a way. And you share it with one too many people who just don't get it, or they put their fear and doubt there when it's just in that early stage, and it can totally throw you off path. I hate to say it, but I've done it way too many times in my life and really regretted it at the time. But at the end of the day, it is absolutely teaching you a lesson on discernment and allowing you to grow stronger in yourself because of that experience of knowing that you kind of let it go because of somebody else's fears and insecurities. And it's absolutely going to help and support you in terms of knowing and discerning who are those right people that you want to share your depth with, and who to just kind of, take a chill pill, just kind of set a boundary there so that, you can absolutely nurture your deepest inspiration into existence. So I love that, Vanessa, completely resonate. And Klaus, hello from Colombia, South America. My daughter Gabrielle loves to hear you. Oh, that's so kind. I love that. And hello to you, Gabriella. How beautiful. What a beautiful name. And I love having you guys here. And Rob, Aloha Studio at Ann Harbour. Have to check it out, my friend. And Merdad is here as well. And Rob, you are very mature and inspiring. Thank you, Rob. I really appreciate your kind words and love having you here. And Patty's here, and Jason, and Emram, and Edgar. The secret to surrender yourself to the unknown is to trust in yourself. Follow your intuition. Remember that love and abundance are your birthright. So beautifully and wisely put there, Edgar. I completely agree. That's that kind of balance between, surrendering to something much more intelligent, than our conscious mind, and also, taking the action as well. So it's kind of like this co-creative dance that is not just black or white. That's kind of this it's an art, right? So sort of mastering how to surrender, when to surrender, and when to be taking action and moving in this co-creative dance. So I love that, Edgar. So true. And hello to you, Victoria, and Dave, hello, and Edgar. Curiously, your message is what I needed to hear. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for being such a great inspiration. Edgar, that touches my heart. That was my hope that this message could reach somebody as they need it. So thank you for letting me know, Edgar. I love that. And Simon, you are so welcome. Thanks for being here. And Patravian, hello, Pat from Thailand. Beautiful part of the world that I got the pleasure of living in for nearly 5 months. So I love Thailand. And Bobby's here, and Dave, joining from Mexico as well. I love it. And Bobby, hello to you. And Rob, oh my God, Dr. Joe is amazing. I love that you are across his work, Rob. Oh my gosh, he is just so phenomenal. He blows my mind. And Pat, you are welcome. And Gary's here, and Greg, and Ibrahim, thank you so much for your message. You're so welcome, Ibrahim. Grateful that it is of value. And Elliot's here. Awesome. Hello to you. And Dave, meditation helped me to find peace, connection, and transform myself. Dave, I absolutely love hearing that you've been getting the benefits of meditation. That is awesome, because so many of us try all these different forms of meditation and it doesn't quite stick. We don't get the right teacher. We don't really understand what we're doing, and we put all this time and energy and effort towards it, but don't actually get the results. And that's why I'm always pushing so many people to Dr. Joe Dispenza, because when I came across his work, that took my meditative experience to something that was just very consciously driven, very analytical driven, and into something so profound, I can't even put words to it. So I love that, Dave. Thanks for sharing. And Ariel, hi, so exciting to hear you again. Exciting to have you back, Ariel. Thanks for being here. And Ram's here, awesome. And yes, Victoria, you know all too well about the Dream Stealers, I can tell. And Phil's here, and Stephen, and Cameron. Awesome to see all of you guys. You guys who are just joining me now, I really hope that you catch the recording of today's message and it really does serve you. And as always, I'm sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I really do hope that you're having a really empowering day and that today's message has served you, hit you, resonated with you, just got you thinking about, where in your life you may be selling your dreams short based on your own fears and insecurities, other people's fears and insecurities, the fact that you haven't seen what you really, really are inspired to do, you haven't seen it become a reality in anybody else's world yet. Do not let that shake you. Remember that the difference between you manifesting your most inspired dreams into reality or not is your trust and belief and faith in something extraordinary being manifested into your life based on your inspiration and your commitment to the long term. All right, so hope that serves you, and I cannot wait, as always, to see you guys tomorrow. Much love.